ESCP Business School. Today we will talk about the MBA in International Management. My name is Veronica Polichetti and I am the Admission and Program Manager for this program. I have the great pleasure to have here with me Cecilia Chen.
Hi.
Hi, Cecilia, and thank you for being here.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Okay. We will ask her to share her experience with us in a while. But firstly, I'd like you to give you some quick info on the program, on the MBA in International Management, and on our school, ESCP Business School. So first of all, ESCP Business School has 6 urban campuses all over Europe. So from Paris, that is the first premises, born in 1819, so we are the first business school in the world. Then London, Berlin, Madrid, Turin, and Warsaw are the other campuses. We have a huge portfolio from bachelor to executive education, more than 160 research action professors representing 30 different nationalities, more than 6,500 students represented 120 countries, and a very, very huge network of alumni, so 65,000 alumni over 150 countries. The objectives of the MBA in International Management are to accelerate young professional career, orienting it towards an international management culture and responsibilities, and develop skills to work in multicultural teams. In order to give you a first taste on this amazing program, on this life-changing program, I'd like to show you a short video. So I will stop sharing just for a moment and I will share with you a very interesting video. Okay, so here we are. Enjoy the video.
You have joined a very special school. ESCP Europe is very different, and one of the dimensions of this difference is about faculty.
So last Friday, you crossed for the first time the door of our 3 campuses, London, Torino, and Paris. Our finality is to educate responsible adults who are concerned by societal evolutions, who are generous in their commitments, and who are reflective leaders.
The school has very European roots. It has an international outreach. So it's about the values, the key values of the school.
What I enjoyed the most here was getting to meet the other students. Everyone is from different parts of the world. They all have different backgrounds, and you get to not only learn in the classroom, but you get to learn through people and through their own challenges and experiences, and it's very interesting.
Tonight you meet people who are just going to start, and I remember how that was like last year. And you get the chance to ask plenty of questions that you might not have the answers for already. Networking is a very important aspect. That's where opportunity arises.
ESCP is the oldest business school in the world, so it's an honor for me to be part of it.
Yes, an interesting challenge that I haven't had since a long time. Now here at ESCP, I know that I will be challenged every day, constantly, and there's something I like.
Imagine you have a family, but these friends and family are not 10, 20, 30, but they are thousands.
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll start again with the presentation in order to give you some details of the program. But first of all, I'd like Cecilia to share with us her experience, and maybe you can tell us what's your background, educational and also professional, and why did you decide to pursue an MBA, and why did you choose ESCP in particular?
Okay, thank you, Veronica, for the introduction. And I'm super happy to see this video, which reminded me the happy 1 year when I was in ESCP in Europe. And yeah, you can feel the tears
in the video.
Yes. Yeah, I was in the video, and I really miss my classmates, which we are still having really good relationship, and we are still contacting each other for updates. So I'm happy to be here as a alumni to introduce myself. I'm Cecilia, and I come from China, and I'm now also in Shanghai. I started my career in 2010 also in Shanghai as HR in Hermes, and then after 7 years I changed my career to Veronica Polichetti, also as HR Manager. And after 2 years, I suddenly feel like there is a need from my heart that I need to learn something, not only from the professional side, but also to make myself be ready for the future development. So on that period, when I have worked for around 9 years, I think MBA is a best choice. So I checked a lot of different business schools, and why I choose ESCP is because the reason for that is it has different campus which can enlarge the experience, and another reason is the program time is only 1 year, and which will give me a break but not like pull me long from the career. So that is a good choice. And what impressed me a lot is the diversity. As you also can see from the video, like we have classmates from different countries, and they have different background. So it is a really interesting experience for me. So I really appreciate this year. And now I'm working for Boucheron as the APAC HR Manager. And yeah, we will continue the presentation from Veronica's side, and then I may add in if I have any comments.
Okay, thank you, Cecilia. Okay, so first of all, concerning the rankings, we are the 6th worldwide for diversity, at 19th place in Europe and 37 worldwide. So MBA at a glance. Here there are some quick data. So 10 months, full-time, 2 countries of your choice, so 1 for the first semester and 1 for the second, 24 different electives offered over 7 countries, 2 company consultancy projects in 2 different countries, 4 international seminars, and 3 MBA accreditations. So these are some of our numbers. Explain you specifically, semester 1 lasts from September to February, and you can choose to study between London, Paris, or Turin. For semester 2, you change the location, but also your classmates from March to July, and you can choose between Berlin, Madrid, or Paris. The electives are specific courses on specific topics. It's like a specialization. And we offer 24 different electives on different topics over all our 6 campuses plus our partner in Beirut. You can choose, you can pick up 4 of them. How to choose them, it's totally up to you. according to your future goals. And you can choose to direct all your electives on one specific area like marketing, or maybe you can decide to gain the most of this international experience by choosing one elective per different country, so that at the end of the MBA, you will stay over 6 different campuses and different countries in only 10 months. The diversity is one of our biggest pillars, of course. The class of this year has 71 students. The average age is 30 years old, and the average professional experience is 60 years. And they represent 24 different nationalities. So this year, the 31% come from Europe, the 31 from Asia, and then American, South and North America, and Africa. But diversity, not only in terms of nationalities, but also in terms of backgrounds. So as you can see, there are a lot of different backgrounds, from architecture to management to computer science, economics, engineering, mathematics. Well, so all the backgrounds are welcome for our MBA. I'd like to hear Cecilia's experience on that. So what role played the diversity in your experience in our MBA?
Okay, so what I want to mention is first is the diversity from nationality, which people from different backgrounds, we really have different culture. So it will be really interesting in the projects, especially during the company projects, you will feel, well, people are different. For me, because I actually all my study before was in the same country, in my home country, in my hometown. So some cultural difference is a shock to me, actually. So what helped me a lot is to understand people from different backgrounds, understand way of communication, which really helps me now, because I'm now taking a regional role where I need to discuss with people from different culture, from different backgrounds. So it really helps. The second part I want to share is just as Veronica mentioned, is the diversity from their background. So which is really interesting is actually I did this MBA together with my husband, and I am from the business management, the high-risk part, and he's from the engineering, also the high-risk part, 27%, and also this here 26%. Normally we fight with each other at home. So in the class we continue our fighting. Then I understand, oh, not his problem, it's the engineering mindset problem. So, or maybe my business management mindset problem. So this also helps us to understand each other. I think it's the same case for other people. Like in the work, you will also meet people from the different department, different mindset. So it will be easier for you to understand them if you experience that part. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Cecilia. Then here we come to the second pillar. So the practical approach. It means that your participation in class is evaluated, as well as the projects. There are a lot of group works during the program, especially our professors are both academic and professionals, so they come from the business world, and they bring to the class their personal experience, their concrete experience. But also very important is the part of the company consultancy projects. As I was saying before, these are two different projects, one in the first semester and one in the second. So you will experience 2 different companies in 2 different countries. It will last all the semester, and it's a very interesting and also challenging project. Maybe Cecilia, would you like to share your experience with us? In the meantime, I show you some of the companies that we work with, but these are just examples. Maybe Cecilia, can you tell us how was your company project and which challenge did you face?
Okay, so actually my 2 companies are on the screen. The first one I work in Italy is BNP Paribas, which is a bank, and the goal of the project is to have a survey on the plastic industry in Italy. And what new for us is like the industry is totally new for our group. And what is really interesting is doing the company projects, because the project is super long, like you need to work around 200 hours for that projects. So it will last around 4 months, the whole semester, 4 months, you will be work on that project. So you will have a really good relationship, or even if you have a tough relationship, it will last for 4 months in the company projects. So it's not only a challenge in I think it's not only a challenge in how can you fulfill that project, but also a good point to learn how to manage the relationship of the team. So this is really, for me, it's a interesting part, because people from, just I mentioned, people from different backgrounds, they will have different priorities, or they will have different ways of communication. It's a really interesting experience for me, and I believe our projects really did well in the first semester. If I'm wrong, please correct me, Veronica. So for the second, our second company consultant project was for Deloitte, which was really interesting. It's like, because the department we work is BPS, because Business Process Solution, which is also a consulting division in Deloitte. So it is real a good like coaching session for us to see how we can do as a consultant, or how we can do in a consult company. So I think if there is candidates or there are students really interested or wants to change their career path into a consultant company, it's a really good project to attend.
Okay, thank you very much, Cecilia. We offer a career service, so we have a career office that will lead you during the program, from the day 1 to the end of the program, and also after, of course. They do 2 kind of work. So a group work, so they organize workshops, seminars, company presentations, company visits for the whole class, but also, on the other hand, an individual work on you. So you will have a coach that will guide you and will build together with you a strategy that will be effective for your future goals. And these are some numbers related to our relocation. So the job report, the 58% of our alumni work outside of their native country, the 81% in an international environment, the 19% employed within 3 months after the graduation, and 38% even before. Our placement is 100%, of course. The average salary is $109,000. And here you can see the sectors, some examples of the sectors where our graduates are relocated. So consulting, finance, marketing, general management, etc. Of course, this is a general management program, so there are a lot of different opportunities in many different areas and sectors. Very interesting is also the change statistics, because the 83% of our graduates experienced a change in sector or in function or in country. Some of them, also 2 of them together, 3 of them. So it's the main purpose, the main aim of the MBA, of course. And so our percentage are really high in that sense. Very important, and I can say that is the third pillar, is the word networking. So as I was mentioning before, we have a very, very huge network of alumni. This is really important because it's really open and it's really effective for professional exchanges, but also, as Cecilia was mentioning before, from the personal point of view, there are a lot of job opportunities, of course, but as well as events and occasion to stay together and to build relationships that are really for life. Maybe Cecilia, would you like to add something on that?
Sure. Actually, the first thing I learned from ESCP is the importance of alumni. This is what I didn't experience before, which like you have a lot of classmates, a lot of like schoolmates who will help you, guide you, and they are really nice. When even if you connect them on LinkedIn, they are really willing to share, and they will what I experience is they will just start to ask, what can I do for you? So this really touched me, and I have to say alumni really helps, and this, especially your classmates, will become your lifetime friends. And this is what I am really experiencing now. So alumni, I think not only for job, but also for friends. I think this is a really special or really important gift which bring from the ESCP.
Yes, you're right. It's a very strong community, and the boundaries are really, really high. And so this is very important also. Coming to the practical information, the entry requirements are a previous bachelor or master degree, 3 years of work experience after the graduation, proficiency in English. And this is the application process. So the first step is the online application. Here you can see a list of the required documents. So the degree, so the diploma, certificate, the transcripts, professional reference, passport, CV. If you have it, the GMAT or equivalent like GRE or Tajmaj. In case you don't, we can fix another test during the admission process that is called SHL. English test, so we accept IELTS, TOEFL or Cambridge. The level is always C1. Otherwise, you can take a British Council test with us during the admission session. The second part is the interview. It's an interview with the academic dean, and then there is one alumnus or HR of our partners, or maybe a member of the career office. It's a motivational interview, but also you will be asked some questions about what happens in the world or some logical problems. But the aim of this interview is, of course, to understand what's the reasoning behind your answers and if you are a curious person. The fees for this academic year is 46,300, and but we offer a lot of scholarships and grants. So first of all, when you take the admission test, you can be awarded an excellence or diversity in merit scholarship based on your results. The first, it's up to 10,500 discount, and the second 9,500 discount. Then during the online application, you will have to complete an essay in order to compete for the Society Contribution Scholarship, that is a discount of 7,500 euros. Then for our admitted candidates, there are some scholarships specifically designed for specific profiles. So women leaders, for people who came from an NGO background or an entrepreneurial background. These scholarships are discount of 15,000 euro. The scholarships and the grants are not accumulative, so they cannot be combined. But of course, in case you've been awarded, for example, of a merit scholarship during your admission process, but also you win the entrepreneurial scholarship afterwards, you will get the higher one. So the second one, the 15,000 discount. Here you can see a recap of our admission deadlines. So next one will be in March. As you can see, the application deadline, so the online application must be submitted 1 week before the admission date. And so we have one session per month till July. My suggestion is not to wait till the last sessions, because maybe the places for one specific location can be sold out, and also for visa purposes. Okay, so we are almost at the end of this presentation. Here you can find my contacts, so my mobile and my email address, and also Cecilia's LinkedIn contact. Of course, feel free to contact me for any further information. At the moment, I will be more than pleased to answer to your questions. I can see that some of them have arrived in the meantime. Okay, so what is the minimum GMAT score? Can a lower score in GMAT be compensated with a good work experience? Thank you for this question. Yes, of course. Well, first of all, we don't have an entry score, but we can say that 620, it's a medium score, an average score. Lower than this, it's anyway accepted. Take into account that the GMAT part, so the logical test part, is just one of the parts that compose the structure of your final mark in the admission session. So one is the GMAT test, or the logical test anyway. that is 20%. Then 30% is your profile evaluation, and the 50% is the interview. So your profile, so your work experience, your academic experience, your international exposure counts for 30%, and the 50% is what you perform during the interview. So it's really, really important, that part, because the jury will try to understand which kind of person are you if you are ready to start this international experience. Do you assist graduates with work visa? Yes, we have a student affairs office and also a career office that will support you with that after the graduation. So you will receive all the information related to that. Okay. Then, how easy is to find accommodation for an international student? Okay, again, we support you. The Students Affairs Office works on that. So we give you a lot of different contacts for flats or residences. Also, there are some groups where students can share contacts. So we have a very keen support on that. Then, is there a discount for the early bird application? No, actually no, because we preferred to give you the opportunity to distinguish with a different scholarship for merit or anyway for the Society Contribution Scholarship. It's concerning a project that you lead in your past. And so this is also related to your merit, to your experience, and also for your CV is a boost to declare I won a scholarship on merit or for my society social project that had an impact. So this is why we prefer to give you some scholarship based on your profile or merit. Are we able to select between internships during the study? After the study, there is the possibility to start an internship. Of course, internships are not encouraged as form of contract because you are young professionals that started the MBA with some experience previously. So generally, our graduates don't start with an internship. This is why it's not included in the plan, in the study plan. But anyway, yes, it's possible, of course, to select internships. Do you have an alumni club? Yes, we have it. It's the Alumni Association. Cecilia already talked about the importance of the Alumni Association, and it's really huge. It's really, really close and always ready to help and to support from the professional point of view, but also personally, because ESCP, it's a community where all the people are really connected for life. How many of your international students remain in after graduation? And is there an extended visa after getting the degree? As I showed you before, many students, I think it's 58%, change the country from the native one. And of course, there is support from the school after the degree, also for the visa. Some countries, but it depends on the countries, give a visa for sometimes after the graduation. So like 1 year, you have a temporary visa that is designed specifically to look for a job. Okay, then okay. I can see also, is it mandatory to have an academic background in economics? No, it's not. All the backgrounds are welcome in our MBA. And this is part of the added value of this experience, because each different background, both academically speaking and professionally speaking, will bring something on the class, and different points of view, different approach to the same problem will be the real added value. Can I enroll in the program with less than 3 years of work experience? Yes, generally speaking, yes. We must check each different CV. Actually, it's important to have at least some years, so at least 2 years experience, because you will have to deal with a lot of projects. Your classmate will have some experience, so it's just to gain the best from this experience. But anyway, very mature profiles with international exposure can be considered. Are there exams at the end of the course? Yes, there are some exams. So it's one of the parts that is evaluated. So your participation is evaluated. Your group projects are evaluated, as well as the final exam. So the final exam counts for 50 or 60% of the overall grade. Each course has an exam at the end, but also the other part is really important. And I don't know, maybe Cecilia, would you like to add something on the continuous assessment part and the final exam? Maybe would you like to give some suggestion on that?
If you study hard, the final exam is not that difficult, I have to say. Yeah, there is final exam, and we did our best to prepare for it. Because what I want to mention is in ESCP, as originally it is quite strong in financial part. So even in MBA class, we have quite a lot financial class where the teacher, the professor is super interested in you. I never experienced that interesting financial class. But the test is still, you need to finish it, and you need to work hard to get the good score. This is what I want to mention.
Okay, thank you. A very interesting question arrived. Are studies fully online now? Of course, this is one of the main concerns due to the global situation, of course. Actually, no. I have to say that we were able to run face-to-face lectures for the most of the duration of the program. Of course, we had to transfer online for some periods when the lockdown was full. Then each country has different rules, but we managed to offer face-to-face lectures and activities anyway. And of course, respecting all the restrictions or the measures the campuses have been restructured in this last year, just to let the students keep the distances. We have a lot of measures that the students have to respect on our campuses. So we gave the face-to-face experience even this year that is the most difficult in terms of the pandemic, of course, of the global pandemic. I'm sure next year will be different also because the European Union is saying that the vaccine will be spread all over Europe by the end of the summer. So I'm very confident that the situation will be totally different. Can you study online or the program is on campus only? The program is on campus because, of course, it's a different experience. So we organize face-to-face lectures and the activities are in presence. What is the biggest challenge you face during and after studies from your experience? This one is for Cecilia.
Okay, I will take it. So actually, this is also a good question I will ask when I'm doing the interview to my candidates. So actually, for me, there's no big challenge. To be honest, there's no big challenge. What is the most tough period? I think when we were in the first semester, for example, we will have like presentation every day. For example, you need to have, because we have different class, and every class in the final you need to do a presentation and you need to prepare for the final examination. So somehow there is a tight time for you to prepare everything. So during that time, it will be like, it's not challenge, but it's quite nervous, I have to say, because of this kind of like pressure you will have. And after study, the challenge, I think it's so far there's no really big challenge, but maybe when you just need to, if you are decided to stay, then you like stay in the country you select, then you need to find your internship or work every day. And if you decide to go back, and then this is like this for me is the decision to make. You stay or you go to another place. So I think this is the period. This is the not challenge, but a question I think for everyone to face after the study.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so I think no more questions are coming, but are there any other questions on the program, on the admission, something that maybe you would like to address directly to Cecilia?